Okay, and start recording now.
No, he's already been recording, but alright.
Hello, world.
Alright, so welcome back to another episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I'm your host, Nickelbacker Frackernacker, and these are your contestants.
Hello.
Numbers 1 through 4, because Micaiah Galarian could not join us today because he's fucking on vacation in the middle of nowhere. So he
In the
won't.
middle of a lake, apparently.
Lake?
No, he's on vacation. He was definitely in a car.
He really did go to Atlantis.
I hope he wasn't in a car in the lake.
He flew
He
to
was
the
on
castle.
a road. You could see it from the picture. You could see frickin' road.
The
He's
castle
in a
is
car
underwater.
on a road running by probably the lake.
The Castle of Atlantis. That's it.
Yeah, he finally flew to the castle.
Wow.
IRL. All right.
Castle
So,
of Death.
last week on that exciting cliffhanger, midnight, I actually want to record like a Dragon Ball Z-esque like ending. It's like, tune in next week when we find out the
Well-
epic conclusion of one, and just like put that in at the end. But we'll deal with that later. For now,
Way to put it after
For
the
now.
intro to this episode.
we'll see. But for now, we rejoin our quote-unquote heroines, because they're not heroes, but I mean gender-neutral words, heroes. Anyway,
I said
but
no
heroines.
+1.
We join our feathery heroines as they just
Loki.
inspected some dead bodies on a bridge towards the location of where Cullen told them those would be, deep in the forest,
And we emptied their pockets.
and emptied their pockets and took whatever they wanted from them. So
For my
after inspecting the bodies for wounds or just general looking at their bodies, inspecting, seeing what could have done this, midnight, Arya, just couldn't make out that they, were hurt. They were dead, from that role. However, Glenn, being the actual medic in the group, and this time rolled well, uncovered that these wounds did not seem to be caused by physical harm. Not by wolves. There were no bites or scratches or anything of that nature. And they were not caused by weapons. There were no nicks or dents in their armor, no punctures, no slashes, no smashes, no crashes, or kabashes on
What about
them.
gashes?
No gashes either.
Hmm.
But they did have copious amounts of gack on their persons. It was really weird.
Gag.
But what about
Yeah.
contusions?
Yeah. No, I'm just
Protrusions.
yeah. But it didn't appear to be caused by any weapons either. Upon further inspection, and because Glenn rolled really well, she could figure out that the injuries that led to their eventual deaths happened. The four Jonas brothers. I just remembered that led to the Jonas brothers' death.
Tragic.
John, Jake, Jingleheimer, and Schmidt Jonas. Their names were my name too, surprisingly, on my birth certificate. What eventually led to their deaths appeared to not have been, any weapons or attacks by anyone else. What they did look like, or what did look like caused their deaths was a mysterious thing. Not quite sure what it could have been, because she didn't roll that well, but it appeared that all the blood in their bodies rushed out of their orifices, their eyes, noses, mouths, ears, other holes on the body. They were all male. Just use your imagination. Anyway,
Vivid imagination.
yeah, imagination. Rainbow. But soon after, they decided to head on after looting the bodies of the innocent.
They weren't
because
using it
they're
anymore.
bandits. Apparently, they're murder hobos. I mean, they're the
We
main
didn't do the murdering here.
Yeah, we're loot hobos.
Sure. Anyway, but in the epic
Glenn.
conclusion of last session, we kind of had so we ran through the next section once, and it was god awful, in my opinion, because I made decisions as a DM. I will take the blame for that. It was god awful, and it was already going 2 hours over our usual time. And I think I just kind of wanted to end it. So I raised hit die and I raised damage, or not damage die, I raised DCs. And I also just tried to end combat as quick as I could, I think.
I thought we were pretending.
No,
this
it
didn't
felt off to everyone. So after the fact, I was like, guys, we can't upload this. It's complete shit. I'll redo it next week for you. Better than I did it here, and I promise it'll be better. So with that in mind, here is a GIF of someone eating a banana. Midnight put it in, and now the epic conclusion of put it away, Midnight. Don't.
Yeah, we don't want to see that anymore.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
Fine.
Only in increments of 5 seconds. So now we rejoin our players in their exciting conclusion of Dragon Ball Z Arc Cell Episode 15, Frieza Defeated. Okay, so hopping back in, you guys decided we'll keep it. You heard noises, but it's not the other thing that you heard. You just heard noises, more like rustling or movement in the distance.
What
and you
kind of
decided
rustling?
the menacing kind of rustling.
Like
Ooh.
Jimmy rustling?
Ugh,
No.
jeez.
beat
No.
me to it.
It's like, no, Trixie is best pony! And it's like, I feel the disturbance in the force.
Oh, that rustles my jimmies.
Anyway, well, I don't even believe it. I was just using that as an example. Because we all know who best pony is. Leave a comment.
Like, favorite,
Leave a
comment,
like
subscribe.
on the video.
Ring that bell.
Subscribe and ring the notification. Oh, I can't even properly sell out, guys. Come on. You know, that makes me laugh. Trying to sell out makes me laugh because I can't take it seriously anymore.
The comment section for this video had better be full of it. Full of answers to that, not full of it.
Strong contender, Midnight. Strong contender in Roll 20 chat. Strong contender, but I mean,
Well, no,
everyone's
she's
got
not
their-
automatically disqualified.
No, I'm saying it's a
Because she
strong
would
contender.
automatically win anyway.
But I'm saying everyone's entitled to their opinions, even if they're wrong. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't actually say that. I don't care who you think is the best, because the best can objectively. The word "the best" can be many things. The best on personality.
The best.
I can
The
edit
best.
to your
The
saying
best.
that.
The
Device.
The best.
The best, and also, you know, like the best color scheme or whatever. It's like the best voice. I don't care. The best could literally mean hundreds of things. Like many different things could be the best of something. So I really don't care about the argument. You can think whoever you think is the best, and I'll think whoever I think is the best. But
And if you put it down the wrong answer, you're going to get so many down votes.
no, I'll pin it just so that I can tell people to downvote that comment. Anyway, so moving back to D&D, because we don't need that argument yet. You guys decided to silently crawl up, or not crawl, silently stalk up. There we go. Stalk up in the bushes leading up to this area to try and keep your presences hidden, to not alert whatever it is that is making noise in the distance. So now, the epic conclusion, Frieza defeated. You guys are going to be sent into the next map now.
Will we be able to defeat Frieza?
Uh-oh.
Will you be able
Oh,
to defeat
boy.
Frieza? Find out next time on Dragon's Ball.
Oh.
Next time. Oh, session's over. Oh.
Looks like it was just Krillin talking about stuff to Captain Ginyu. Next time on Dragon Ball P. Frieza
that
defeated.
Krillin.
Looks like 16 more episodes of filler. Finally, Frieza defeated.
He's
And
making
it's like,
eyes.
3 seconds of animation of Frieza dying, and then it's over. It's like, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Wasn't that planet supposed to explode in 15 minutes?
Hey.
Yes.
I believe.
Okay. Oh.
Something like that.
Okay, so this time
Things will be
You guys-
different.
things will be different. Yes, this time you guys stalk up in the bushes towards an opening. Before you,
It's different.
as I assume you guys do the typical cartoon thing of look through the bushes and like only your eyeball through and like a
Of course.
black shadowy outline is what everything else that everyone sees. And I just like for myself, I imagine that like when it comes to like Sky, you can only see like one eye, and then like above her eye is like another smaller set of eyes. And like the little tiny visor of little Timmy's hat kind of like pokes through in his part because it's a hat. Anyway, it's just
What a
fun-
little scamp.
yeah, a fun little sight. I was like, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm not the stealthiest. I might have peed my trousers in the last version of this, but I'm a big boy now. I've learned from my mistakes. I mean,
I got my Huggies on.
I got my hook. No, no.
Product placement.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his Huggies on. Yes, it depends on.
We're not
Oh, no.
shelling out. We're not gonna. I mean, we're not gonna sell out to Huggies of all companies. Jesus. I mean,
Okay,
really,
if they offered you money, would you or would you not take it?
I mean, I tell you, I'm just saying. Do you really want to sell out to Huggies, the developers and
they
creators
were
of
the
the trade? Hold on. Let me finish. The creators and trademark holders of Huggies brand diapers, the most water-absorbent, form-fitting, baby snake styling diapers out on the market. Only $9.95 for a 24-pack in your local stores today. Grab a pair. Buy one get one free with an in-store coupon.
I do not know we were the sellouts
Oh
again.
man, I would hate to capitalize on a deal like that. I mean,
Yeah, I
That
would
commercial's
never
gonna be
take
up
that.
before every
take that.
session.
Hold up. I thought we were the
Never.
buyout bunch.
All right.
yeah.
We'll stop joking around. Okay, so
Yes, everybody else stop joking, right?
yes, I'm the only one allowed to do this. All right.
Put the picture of the banana on the screen again.
Put the gif of the guy eating a banana or the girl eating a banana, whoever, someone eating a banana. Actually, all right. Everybody see what this is gonna do. Everybody see what this person doing. All right.
No more than
get
5
rid of it.
seconds.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Only 5-second increments. Remember.
Is
So
peanut
now
butter
this is what that fight is gonna be. That is what this fight is gonna be. I mean. All right. Stop joking now. So. Once you guys poke your eyes, like your little eyes, like just your eyes, it's that comes like, poking your eyes through the bush. You guys stumble upon what appears to be a somewhat, not deserted, but like destroyed opening in the forest. There appears to be like a downhill slope into what appears to be like broken buildings, like broken buildings that used to be actual like structures, but they seem to have been aged so much. They seem to have been there for so long that the vegetation in the local area seems to have grown over them, and they are all like covered in moss and grass, and like there appears to be like anthills and crickets and like various like small little insects and animals that have made their homes in like the rubble. Like anthills, obviously, you see a few birds flying about in and out of like any kind of like holes that might have been windows at one point that you can see. Also, like some nests and other like cocoons for like caterpillars and stuff like that.
So many
But
cocoons.
further up ahead
Here's my
is
hand.
when you see it. A large, and I mean large, based on your tiles, because this is 16 times your tile. A large, menacing direwolf. I mean, you wouldn't know what a direwolf is, but a direwolf. I'm just gonna, sure, you guys know what a direwolf is. or just
That
a
wolf
giant
looks dire.
wolf? Yes, it looks dire. Also, by the way, my area was undergoing a really, really big thunderstorm like about an hour ago. So if it comes back, connection might be a problem. But for now, it seems to have settled and it is like mainly thunder.
It's
So
part
just
of the experience.
if I randomly die in the stream, that's the reason because connection got cut off. But
You die in
it
the stream,
shouldn't
you
be a
die in real life.
shouldn't be a problem. Also, no, shut up. I've seen one too many Freddy Krueger movies to know that is all too real. Anyway, just letting you guys know if that happens. All right, so you see a giant dire wolf in the distance, and accompanied by who you assume to be his entourage of smaller dire wolves. They're not as dire, but they're kind of like potential wolves. Maybe not dire, but threatening wolves.
Okay, threatening wolves. That's what they're called.
Yeah, they're threatening wolves. They're not wolves. They're just like one step above that, but they're not exactly at dire yet. They're like dire in training.
They're recruits.
Yeah, just like you guys.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But that is what you see. As far as you can tell, that is what you see in the general area. It seems that these are the wolves that have been causing a bunch of trouble for the locals, and you have stumbled upon their, I guess, turf. I was gonna say den,
Stomping
but
ground.
I was gonna say den, but wolves don't have dens. I
Well,
guess
they kind of do.
I mean, not
A wolf den is a thing.
not these wolves. These wolves are loners. These wolves are one-man bands together.
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 They're one-man bands formed into a party of 5.
Yeah. Don't you know that's how the party of 5 came to be?
Yeah, 5-5.
Yeah, alright. So
It's even. The rest of us get the little ones, and then Sky gets the big one.
Yeah.
I thought
That's
Ari.
right.
I thought Makai was going to get the big one.
that's
Right.
Castle.
That's fun.
Alright, so
I need to rising tackle that wolf.
alright. So guys,
To the moon.
So this is what you guys stumble upon. What do you guys do? Sky, I swear to God, if you do what you did last time, I will smack you.
Well, it
Not
depends.
even if you roll bad, just if you try to do the same thing, I will smack you.
Well, it depends. Is it mumbling to itself in a language I
No.
understand?
Write a letter. Chaka
No, it is not. Or mumbling to itself or writing a letter.
I will make a nature check to see if I know anything about wolves like this.
All right, roll me a nature check. Just Sky. What are the rest of you doing after you, survey the area and find out that there appears to be a massive wolf accompanied by other wolves?
Down is kind of preparing herself, and her right talon is sort of flickering with magic. She's thinking a little bit.
All right, she's taking in the environment, trying to gauge any possible outcomes that could happen.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. So Sky, with your 19, you know basic facts about the wolf. It's like the YouTube series True Facts about the blah blah blah. It's like you watched that on Netflix right before you came over on your tablet, your Apple tablet. The new Apple tablet. No, but it's like that. You remember small facts about wolves that you've read over in
My alpha.
perhaps in preparation, not preparedness. That's not a word. In preparation for what you're gonna fight, and when you guys took the job, quote unquote. But you do remember things about wolves and how they fight and how they essentially travel. They travel in packs. Obviously, that's one of the main staples of wolves. However, you also remember that. Okay, I forgot dens were a thing. I thought they were like caves. I forgot wolves actually do something similar. Shut up. So you know that where there are wolves, there are going to be wolf dens, perhaps. These are a hunting group sent out to gather food, or they could be the guards to a den nearby, perhaps. It could be one of many things. However, they always come in packs, just like beer. They always come in packs, unless you get one of them by themselves, and then you gotta like take them out one at a time, and it's really awkward. But anyway, you know that they always come in packs, and they always come in packs of several, from like I don't know, like I don't just make up a number, like 3 to 10 wolves.
From some to several.
From some to several. You know that if you don't kick them out quick, they can call for backups by going awoo.
Oh.
All right. So.
But that's illegal.
No,
So
not in my campaign. Not in Welcome to Errf. Here, we don't follow the rules.
The dire wolf called for help,
That fine will be
but
about
nobody
250.
came.
But nobody came. Anyway, so Sky, that is what you get with your nature check. However, roll, because you got a 19, roll me one more. Just for something, just for some added benefits.
Another one.
Another one. Another one. Midnight, put the DJ Khaled gif of another one on
Another
screen
one.
right now.
Poor midnight.
This is going to be a great video.
Yeah. Okay, Midnight, get rid of it. We can only have it on for like 5 before YouTube copyright. All right, get rid of it. All right, cool. So, Sky, with your 13, you 13. It's very hard to see, but off in the distance to the right, like over here, like the bottom part of the map, like where I'm glowing purple.
To our right.
Yes, to you, to the character's right, to like the bottom of the map where I'm glowing. In that direction, you take a look at the ground as you were surveying your surroundings, looking over any possible advantages you could have in this fight. But when you look in that direction, sorry, I had to go to push stop real quick. When you look in that direction, you see in the ground werewolf tracks. They're not easily seen. However, you do see them, and they are just out of sight enough to where they're kind of blurry. Like if you just looked over in that direction, like you had to focus, like you actually had to try and look for them if you were to even see them. So the fact that you see faint wolf tracks over there, it's kind of straining on your eyes to even see them, but you see them. Wolf tracks coming and going from that direction.
Now, did you actually mean to say werewolf a moment ago?
Shit, no.
Okay.
Whenever you think of a wolf, you just, to me, I guess my vocabulary just instinctively just default to werewolf.
I was going to say something about that to the others. I'm like, I better make sure that's what he meant.
Guys, there's werewolf tracks over there.
Guys, I'm not goofing
Get your
it.
silver.
There are werewolves, anthropomorphic wolves, the hunks, the ones that are on those calendars that Micaiah has in her luggage.
Oh
those
my.
wolves.
Hey, we know how you. Oh,
2 legs that awoo.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I meant wolf tracks, not werewolves. Sorry, that was my bad. I meant just the regular 4-legged wolves, those kinds. Those kinds of wolves. You see those tracks coming and going from that direction. Would you like to do anything else with this information?
Before that, the group of wolves that we can see now, do they appear to be moving toward or away from that direction at all? Or are they just kind of sitting there?
No. Oh, I probably should describe what they're doing. So the big guy, let's call him the Alpha, and everyone else is the Omega. So the Alpha appears to be sniffing around in the air, just taking in his surroundings, and just kind of like, he seems like he's contemplating where he should go next.
Making his own nature check.
The Omegas, hold on, just real quick. The Omegas seem to just kind of be like, also like, sniffing around like in different directions, like the top two are looking in like like diagonally, like up left and upright, like northeast northwest, and the bottom two are southeast and southwest, while the Alpha is kind of like just generally like looking around like in just like no particular direction. You were gonna say something, Glenn?
Can I check to see if we're downwind?
Yes. Let's see. I guess that would be nature
Or survival.
Survival.
Yeah, survival, nature. One of those two. Your pick.
I will do the survival.
Because I actually don't know. What would checking the wind be?
Well, survival is usually used for doing things out in the wild, and I would assume checking the wind would be included under that.
Yeah, probably. All right, so yeah.
Oh boy.
9. Okay, so there doesn't appear to be a breeze. There doesn't appear to be a breeze right now. Yeah, the air is still. There's no
wind under the wings.
No wind under the wings. There doesn't appear to be any kind of breeze going in any particular direction.
This air is
so that could be good. That could be good.
That means we can't smell the wolves.
Yes, you can't smell them, which is exactly how wolves hunt.
I can't smell
them. They can't smell you.
us.
Exactly. So you guys, have a chance of doing some stuff.
Predator versus predator, people.
It's not like when you cover up your own eyes, and you say, "I can't see you, so you can't see me."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the man-witch method from Hoshin Hunter.
Does anyone have a spoon?
You didn't see anything.
Your mess kits come equipped with a spoon.
That is true. That is
true.
But only one spoon, not two. So little Timmy's gonna have to fend for himself.
He doesn't have
a fork.
He just sticks his face in the bowl.
No, like if you use a fork instead of a spoon, it's like casting. I believe it's Blur, where it's like there appears to be like multiple of you in the same spot. That's what the fork does. It's like you're there, they can see you, but like there appears to be like a couple of you, like you're glitching out, like in Doki Doki. Like, people can glitch, kind of thing.
Just
cows can glitch.
But Sky, it appears that there are tracks coming from like the bottom of the map. I'll just say the bottom of the map because I don't want to. I can say like to your right, but technically you guys are like on a 2D plane, and your right would technically be across from you from your sprite.
No,
so, wait, no, that's your left. Your right would be off of the map. Never mind. Yeah, I'll just say like based on the map. So yeah, Sky, you notice tracks. Glenn, you notice in the air there doesn't appear to be any kind of wind that could either remove your scent from their like noses or move your scent in their direction.
Is there anything else in the air? Is there love in the air?
Yeah, Micaiah is actually super drunk right now.
Again,
yes, super drunk right now, and she's about to be a bachelorette on The Bachelorette.
Oh,
so yeah.
Down isn't jealous.
Yes. All right. So Sky, Glenn, what do you guys do with this information?
Well, Sky just mentions to the others as quietly as possible, keep an eye out for more wolves that way. I saw some tracks.
What?
In response to this, Arya's going to quickly load her gun and just get ready to shoot the next one that moves.
Alright.
Down is gonna kind of look at Arya. I don't know what the look would be. Sort of I guess preparing. She's sort of taking that magic I said earlier and sort of forming it.
She's condensing it in her hand.
Yeah.
Coalescing it together into a shape familiar to Arya if she were to look over.
Well, maybe.
Or not yet.
She's working on it.
Not yet. So right now you're just gathering it up. It's like the spirit bomb. You're like just gathering the energy right now. You're not gonna use it yet, but you're gathering it is where you're at, right?
Yeah.
All right. So magic kind of brims around your hand. It was your right hand, right?
Right talon.
Right talon. All right. It coalesces around your right hand, swirling around, not making much noise. But magic is a fickle thing. It tends to be loud, unless you specifically make it silent. So thankfully, this particular action is not making much sound. A magic kind of like swirls your talon as anyone who looks at you can clearly see that you are doing something of a magical nature. So the wolf, the alpha, appears to be sniffing in this direction and that direction, like, what's that smell? And looking in this direction, what's that smell? And it's like, then he looks in this direction. It's like, what's that smell?
And all the other wolves are just like rolling their eyes. He's doing it again.
I smell a smell. I smell a smelly smell. That smells smelly.
Why do we follow this guy again?
Shut up, Steve. Like smack them with the paw.
They're all Steves.
Take 5
They're all
damage.
Steve.
My
shut up,
army
Steve.
of Steves.
Hold on.
You got the reference.
Hold on. None of you are gonna ask if I'm serious about this wolf speaking.
Oh, I was just.
Well, I already asked you if it was speaking in a language I could understand, and you said no.
That's true. You already said it wasn't speaking in a language we understood.
No, he said he wasn't muttering in a language he understood.
Yeah, I didn't. That was the last thing that we will not mention. But this one, I said the wolf isn't, or you don't hear muttering coming from this direction. You'll hear rustling and noises instead. So you haven't even heard any kind of muttering or any speaking at all. You just heard like movement in the distance. So hence why I was like, really, you guys aren't gonna wonder if I'm joking about this or not?
Are you joking about that or not?
No, he's actually talking.
Oh no.
So you guys do in fact hear this wolf just kind of like speak. This giant, massive wolf, adjectives they add to something.
Supermassive?
Yes, this super massive, giant, gargantuan wolf. not an innuendo for whatever. This massive wolf just like sniffing around in the directions that I already did, being like, "What's that smell? What's that smell? I smell something. Smell something smelly." And then like he kind of like sniffs at like his like rib cage and is like, "Oh wait, that's me. What's my smell?" But yeah, you guys just heard this massive wolf speak. You are still unnoticed, by the way, but you hear it speak, wondering about smells. It's just tilting its head in different directions right now, tilting its head in different directions, smelling and wondering, contemplating really about all the new smells that it smells.
So many smells.
All the
So many
smells.
I smell fire hydrants. So many fire hydrants. So many dogs.
That's God.
I'm
mean-
hearing Dan is going to ease up a little bit and kind of turn to the others. Maybe we should talk to him. What was that?
Was that your voice cracking?
Yeah, it was. That's what it was.
All right, that's what that was.
She's gonna-
There's your answer.
She's gonna ask the others if maybe we should talk to him. Then it's.
I get this
say-
strange feeling that trying to send it a note might end poorly.
I have a feeling that there's danger if we go in the route of trying to send it a written letter
So,
via javelin.
Yeah.
I don't know why. The feeling just comes to me whenever I think about this course of action.
It's that very specific thing. I don't think we should do it.
Yes, exactly.
Are you done?
But yes, guys, Down just suggested perhaps you could talk to it.
Yes, and I was going to respond.
Do so.
So would you like to explain to it that we're here to slay it and all of its kin?
Exactly.
The town just wants it gone, don't they? I mean, I'd rather not get into bloodshed if we can avoid it.
What did the guy you visited say exactly?
Fair enough.
Sky shrugs. She's not against a peaceful resolution. She just doesn't see it happening.
Donovan's gonna go back to concentrating then.
She would go along with it if somebody insisted on trying.
However, she releases her talent off the trigger.
However, there might be a role.
We send a note.
We send.
A bullet.
I was gonna say we send.
a note.
I was gonna say we send a note
Sky,
via
send a note.
Micaiah. Micaiah's great at talking to animals.
It's
Oh
true.
yeah.
Rude.
By
That's
God.
not.
Everyone looks at Micaiah, and Micaiah responds with, "Let's fly to the castle." And her eagerness to try and talk to the wolf. Oh, that's so in character. Ooh.
She's going to charm them with her music. They will follow her around
Send
like
the
the little
prey
rats.
up the predator.
She's just been playing the accordion in the bushes.
And like,
Stuff hard.
hold on. I don't know. Let's see. Because I honestly don't know how to play Micaiah. But how about this? It's
She gives people
I'm
bardic
gonna-
inspiration.
hold on. I'm going to roll a D2. I'm going to flip a coin. So if it's a 1, Micaiah's going to try and negotiate with the wolves. If it's a 2, you guys do what you guys do or what you think of doing. But, there's a 50-50 chance that Micaiah just tries.
Sorry, Galarian, we might be sacrificing your character.
All right, here we
Throwing
go.
her to the wolves, as it were.
Where was that coming from? Your character?
All right, so out of character, Micaiah steps out of the bushes.
Wait, I cast guidance on her first.
Whoops.
Oh no, the bushes!
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And she breaches the bushes and starts walking towards this wolf. And
Down watches okay.
she calls out to get its attention. She
Arya's
goes-
going to keep her gun focused.
All right,
But yes, everybody is probably at the ready.
all right. So you guys, who was it? Glenn, you cast guidance on her?
Yes.
Okay. So, Sky, would you mind just looking at the front page of Galarian Sheet? Because I've got the spells page, and I was like, that's all I need, but I probably need the other one too.
On it.
Mind just checking his skills for when I do it?
And okay.
She could probably use Bardic Inspiration or something.
She can probably
she
use it on
can't on
herself.
herself. No.
Oh, right.
Oh, wait, no, she can't?
Can you
No.
not?
I don't
No, she
think
can't.
so.
She can't. You're right.
Bardic doesn't let you, which is
Oh.
a shame, and it's sad. But
All right, you have to be a specific type of bard eventually can, but not by default.
All right. Well, then she at least has the guidance. So Micaiah starts walking towards these wolves and calls out, "Let's fly to the castle." Meaning, that rough translation, because my "let's fly to the castle" is a little rusty. She's roughly saying, "Hey, you, Wolfman, I want to talk to you. To which the wolf, the alpha, responds with, tilt. Smell. Smell. New smell. Smell. Hold on.
Smells like perfume and glitter and booze.
Smell. Just like in the matter
Castle.
of like 2 seconds, you see this giant wolf leap and pounce at Micaiah. Not at her, like her, but like to be standing right in front of her in the matter of like 2 seconds of moving. It was almost like one long blur, seeing it move roughly like 60 feet before it just suddenly stops right in front of Micaiah, kicking up some dust and actually making Micaiah like raise a hoof to cover her eyes. Yeah. And then the Steves are all like looking at each other like, what do we do now? It's like, want to hit the bar?
What the heck is the boss doing?
Like, you want to hit the bar? So, yeah, let's get out of here. Shh.
Now come over here and let me cut you. I mean hug. Hugging is what I meant.
All right. So
Yes.
Micaiah looks upon this giant wolf, this massive, towering hulk of meat, muscle, and fur, mainly fur, before she lowers her hoof, staring up at it, dead in its eyes, and she's gonna make me a perception. Sky, what is Micaiah's perception?
Perception is a +2.
Wow, that is shit perception for a bard.
Not proficient.
I mean, eh.
She's got a 1d4 to add to one roll.
Sky's the
So,
skill monkey.
For now, she won't add to it, but she looks up and takes in the features of this wolf. Its glowing, menacing eyes, its gnarly jaw. The teeth are like seriously jagged, like you would imagine it'd be like serrated knives in it as its teeth. Its breath is stanky. Micaiah actually throws it a Mentos, and I was like, bro, Mentos. I mean, let's fly to the castle, and like throws some Mentos in its mouth. By the way, she really does. I'm like in a cannon. She does in fact. Somehow Micaiah bought Mentos before.
Are they the fruit flavored ones or the mint ones?
No, they're straight up the mint ones because those actually get your breath fresh.
Didn't someone actually buy Mentos before?
I have some
That was
4
me in Longhorn Con,
Ah.
but not in this campaign. No one's bought Mentos in this campaign.
gum.
All right.
Just 4 gum.
Yeah. So it doesn't appear to be hostile towards Micaiah yet, Arya, with your roll. Yet. It doesn't appear to be hostile. It doesn't appear to be taking any kind of like serious action towards her. Like she's not like, or it's not like, snarling or anything. It's just kind of like standing in front of her, sniffing at her, kind of like at different angles before Micaiah speaks up and says, let's fly to the castle. Or like in, layman's terms, like translated, it appears that she is trying to like, kind of like do the calm down, doggy, calm down thing. So, Sky, what is Micaiah's animal handling?
Also a 2.
Wow.
And also, I was going to ask, does the wolf appear to be blind?
To be what?
Blind.
Blind? It's got glowing red eyes.
Okay, I was just curious based on the amount of sniffing.
All right.
Now that it's up close, could I use an action?
Animal handling. Wow.
Hold on. So, Glenn, what were you saying?
Can I do a thing while Micaiah is animal handling?
Depends. What is it?
It's the class ability Hunter Sense to see if it has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Oh, the thing that Sky did with the Hydra?
No, it's a different thing.
Oh. what
That's
does it do?
communicating with it. This one is literally just checking for immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only Glenn can do this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. How does it say how you do it? Like, do you actually have to be like within a certain space, or
It says a creature you can see within 60 feet.
Okay, then are you within 60 feet of it?
I'm within 30 feet of it.
Okay, then yeah, totally. You can step on this as Micaiah tries to calm down this wolf, kind of like raising her hooves, trying to like putting her hands up, like calm down kind of motion. Whereupon the wolf is like sniffing her like intently, like it gets really close to it, or really close to her. I'm talking like real close, like hot breath in face, which is why she threw Mentos in its mouth. At that point, the wolf goes like, smell. It's like blowing hot air out of its mouth, and it's like smelling the hot air, like when you check your breath, kind of thing. And it's like, new smell, good smell, new smell. You smell good. All right, so Glenn, Arya, just referencing back to your role, it doesn't appear to be hostile. It might seem friendly, or at the very least, it's not going to attack Micaiah. Okay, so Glenn, what does it tell you? Resistances, immunities, and the other
vulnerabilities.
Vulnerability. Is that the only thing it tells you?
Yeah, and it's considered divination magic, if that matters.
All right. No, don't worry. Okay, so this wolf, this specific alpha wolf. Hold on just a minute. Let me just bring these guys back because they didn't actually leave for drinks. I was just joking.
Aw.
I'm just joking. But they
can
are.
go for drinks later.
The other wolves are just hanging back as the alpha came over to you, or to Micaiah. So they're just like standing over there at the ready. They seem to be like in like attack pounce position, but they aren't doing anything.
There's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Did you mean to show whatever that is?
What?
There's something between the wolfies.
There's a ghost cat.
Oh shit! No, that's actually a thing left over.
There we go.
That was left over from the other.
Spooky. We're getting flashbacks.
It's another timeline leaking in.
Guys, I'm not stealing Infinity War spoilers. I'm not using Time Stone to bring back something that already happened.
It's like when you record over the same VHS too many times.
Yeah. Anyway,
ghost images.
No, no, that was just a leftover that I thought I got rid of, but I didn't apparently. What's Glenn? Right, Glenn. You vulnerabilities, immunities, and resistances. This thing is immune because of your hunter's sense. Is that what it's called?
It's called hunter sense.
Hunter sense. All right. Because of your hunter's sense and just like general knowledge on wolves and maybe a little bit of the arcane because of your background and your magical abilities and shit, it appears that this thing is immune to anything vision-based. You can kind of remember reading about something about glowing eyes. No matter the color, it's always something to do with vision. You can faintly recall, but you do remember that red can either mean, demon, or it can mean something influenced by a demonic source of power that to like aid in one of your senses. So it appears that its vision has been either heightened or at least somewhat affected by demonic power to give it to make it essentially blind. But with your hunter's sense, you also learn that wolves are very, very, very bad at solo tactics, and the reason why they go in packs is because, a single wolf ain't that strong by itself. You could take out a wolf single-handedly. You could punch it to death. 5 wolves could be a problem. You might get out of that with a couple of scrapes, bruises, and bites and all that, but you might survive. 10 wolves, you might have to get some help. You might be a 50-50 alone. 100 wolves, it's 100 wolves kind of thing. So when you have a wolf by itself, it is significantly better. And in-game mechanics, if you have a wolf by itself with no other wolves around, I'm just gonna say that it's like, what's it called? It's not resistant, vulnerable. There we go. Vulnerable to hits that are like made like by one person. So like if you attack it solo, mano a mano, it's vulnerable to that. Because I'm the DM reason, and I made up the rules on this monster.
Okay.
So if you hit it like solo, like either ranged or melee, this thing is vulnerable to that. But if it's got like at least one wolf around it, it's got like pack tactics where it's like it can like essentially like team up and kind of like make you have a very hard time hitting it. And also it's no longer vulnerable to, single attacks. But it appears that this thing is now like curious about Micaiah. Like it doesn't appear to be hostile. It seems more like a curious pup. And actually, Micaiah is going to make me one more animal handling roll as she tries to calm down the wolf by doing the calm down. She's actually reaching out a hoof, seeing that it's more like playful than anything. She's actually going to reach out a hoof and try and like do that thing with like that Harry Potter thing. You remember in the third movie, The Prisoner of Azkaban, where like Harry reaches out to the hippogriff to try and like establish like contact. That thing. Micaiah's going to do that. So it's +2. I'm going to roll a 4. Okay, 7. Okay, so Micaiah reaches out a hoof to try and establish contact, but it appears that the wolf is kind of like hesitant to the notion of being touched. So like the wolf is kind of like rearing its head back and like actually jumps back a little, and like you see its tail do that thing, like where it's like sticking like straight up, or like like dogs do whenever they're like barking at other dogs or just like something in general. They have their tails up. That's the position it seems to be doing. Like it'll actually jump back and like kind of like lower its head and kind of like growl. Grrr. And it's like, what's the smell doing? I smell. Gonna attack. And like you see its like tail and like body just like get into more and more of like a pouncing position. And like Micaiah is actually kind of like a little freaked out right now, and like immediately takes back her hoof and just like is like saying like, let's fly to the castle. Which roughly translated is, no, let's calm down now.
Who's the goodest boy?
Who's the goodest boy? What's not talking about? Who's a good boy? I'm a good boy. And it's like Micaiah's like, let's fly to the castle. Let's fly to the castle. She's like, you're the good boy. You're the good boy. It appears that it's not exactly sure what a good boy is, but it wants to be a good boy.
Who's the good boy?
But yeah, so actually, from this new vantage point, Micaiah's going to make me another perception. What was that one? Was it a +2 stars?
Yes.
+2? All right. Wow. Okay. So from this angle, Micaiah cannot see this thing even more. Perhaps with the motions of shuffling alpha. She can't exactly see anything on its person, but she can clearly see the eyes. The eyes seem to be unnaturally red. I mean, they wouldn't even be naturally red, so they're double unnaturally red. like piercing into her soul. And actually, Micaiah's gonna have to make me a saving throw. So, Sky, what is her? I believe I had it as an intelligence saving throw. What is her intelligence?
Also
saving
a
throw?
+2.
Wow, a lot of +2s, or specifically what I'm doing.
I mean, she has
Damn it.
14 intelligence and wisdom, and no proficiency in anything you're having her do.
Damn it. All right. Well, not damn it to that, but damn it to because she made it.
Oh,
It would have been
Yes.
fun, but no, she made it. So staring, she's steering right in.
I think
Which
you're cutting
eyes?
out.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
Yeah, I just noticed my computer lag a bit. Am I good now?
She's
Yeah.
steering.
Yeah, I was saying because I accidentally stuttered. I said she's steering right into its eyes, and I meant staring. So yeah, staring right into its eyes, the eyes of the beast, doesn't affect Micaiah. However, she does faintly sense that staring at its eyes for too long, it was starting to give her a bit of a headache, like a bit of a migraine. And she goes to put a hoof at her head, but she also notices a faint little tingle at her nose. She goes to put a hoof to it, and she lightly taps right underneath her nose, whereupon looking at it, bringing her hoof out, she sees 2 little stains of blood on her mouth, or not her mouth, on her hoof, sorry. So what is the rest of the party doing during this? I just want to ask.
If
Still waiting to shoot.
All right, so are you just kind of like tense, or are you like just looking at this in interest?
In interest.
An interest, all right, but you still have a hand on, or a talon on your revolver, like at any
Yes.
moment ready to shoot. All right,
First sign of
Discuss.
aggression is the trigger.
all right, down.
she's going to see this and try to like concentrate on the summoning a bit more. Just hurry it up. She did it fast on the bridge, but it was instinct or something. It's just trying to take time, sculpt it, whatever.
All right, Glenn, Sky, how are you guys? Weird ass situation.
I was watching intently, waiting to see which way this goes.
yeah. Glenn is at the ready with an arrow just in case.
All right, little Timmy actually like suddenly pulls out like the red and white bag of popcorn and like
But he's moving so slow.
He was silent or completely invisible up until now. So he's like, his movements are so slow. You didn't even notice him before. But yeah, he apparently somehow got a bag of popcorn and is now munching on it silently as he can.
I'm telling you, the
Just
page
slowly.
4 cap is a stand.
No, shut up. However,
And the stand's name is Mallet Face.
With that being said, with little Timmy pulling out a bag of delicious puffed up poppet corn with honey. Wait, not honey. What the fuck? Who eats popcorn and honey? I meant butter.
I know, there's probably somebody in the world who does.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's look it up.
I've heard of people eating weirder combinations of things. So
I mean, if
Screw
somebody
it.
offered it
Butter
to me,
and
I'd
honey.
probably
Yes, it
try it.
Oh, wait.
wait, guys,
how-
that's what honey butter is. Oh my god.
Well, it does exist. I found a sweet honey popcorn recipe.
Well then.
Wow. All right.
I mean, it's probably
is
not that
blown.
different from caramel corn.
My mind is blown, guys. Oh my god. But it appears that sorry, get into the narrator voice and not the wolf voice. Anyway, it appears that
Narrator.
the narrator, as they say in
Believe it.
Espanol. Anyway, it appears that the wolf starts sniffing around and actually goes like, so, No, smell. 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 He looks over in this direction.
Oh.
And actually before that, he actually just takes one giant leap as he like hunkers down and then like jumps at the bushes over here, right in front of you guys. Like you get your eyes are still like in the bushes kind of thing, like peeking through, but it's like now Sky specifically, his spot is like, Sky with the one eye, and then I said above him is another pair of eyes, tip of the hat coming through. Now right below like the eyes, you can hear like popcorn being munched.
Some pieces of popcorn fall out of the bush.
Yeah, some tiny pieces of popcorn are falling out of the bush, but like the wolf picks up on the scent and kind of like goes, smell, and is just like staring directly at you, Sky. It's like one, like directly in front of you, like a foot away, even though, the bushes would technically be 5 at least, but like you guys are peeking through, so it's like right in front of your face, 1 foot away. And Micaiah just turns around and is like, let's fly to the castle, let's fly to the castle, let's fly to the castle. She's gonna make another animal handling check to try and like get the wolf back from like wherever it was that he went to, like in front of you, trying to like get him away from you guys so that nothing else happens.